Hello, my friend, and welcome to episode 10 of the Nick Stewart Show, helping you get better faster. I want to ask you, do you suffer from anxiety? Does anxiety play too big of a role in your life? Does that voice in the back of your mind like paralyze you? Does it stop you frozen from doing the things that you want to do? Well, my friend, today we're going to have a discussion about anxiety, you and me, okay? That little voice in the back of your head and how you can beat it. If you want to grow your online business or even just live a decent life, this thing called anxiety is what we need to reduce. We need to loosen its grip on you, okay? We will never fully eliminate it, but we can reduce its power to where you are in control. And my friend, you need to be the one steering the ship if you want to end up going where you want it to go. And just quickly, I want to mention, I go over exactly how to steer that ship in the right direction in my 100% free workshop that's designed to help you make an additional $1,000 a month in your network marketing business. This workshop teaches you what we're going to go over, but in more depth in this video, and then also the 4 components that you need to build a successful network marketing business, okay? So just go to www.nickstewartcoaching.com and check it out. It's totally free, about 45 minutes long, and it's step-by-step. It shows you how you can make an additional $1,000 a month right away, okay? But anyway, how can we identify anxiety? How can we become aware of it and loosen its grip on us? This is what we're going to talk about today, my friend. And to be honest with you, anxiety has played a brutal role in my life. It has harmed me for many, many years, okay? And after this discussion, you're going to learn just how you can identify it and how you can beat it. You will be able to overpower that voice in the back of your mind that is holding you back, okay? You will finally be able to do the things that you want to do. And most of all, just finally live again. Live a free life. So my friend, let's discuss. So what is anxiety? How can you identify it? Well, you know that feeling when you feel out of control? Like someone or something else is making your decisions for you, and those decisions certainly aren't for the better of you, but they're for the better of him or her that is making those decisions, talking in the back of your mind, okay? Well, that's just the beginning. When anxiety really kicks in, it isn't when that voice starts calling the shots, but it's when you start to obey. When it breaks your will. That is when anxiety becomes powerful. When it starts telling you stories that you believe regardless of how untrue they are, which they are, by the way. They're all untrue. They're so untrue. That is anxiety, my friend, and it is powerful when you let it be powerful. Yes, when you let it be powerful, okay? Beating anxiety is just making a series of the right decisions. But that's something that we're going to get into in just a moment here. Anxiety is a massive epidemic in today's society, okay? It's probably the biggest problem that has the least amount of funding and awareness, okay? And actually, to be 100% transparent with you, our society is carefully designed to give you anxiety. Yes, to give you anxiety. Why? Is because anxiety-reducing drugs is a gigantic market. And the powers that be make a lot of money off of mine and your misery. That, my friend, is just cold hard truth. Cold hard truth. But if you and me don't address this anxiety problem, it's only going to get worse, okay? It will start to get in the way of your work. It will destroy your social and sexual relationships. And it will ultimately stop you from living even before you die. You basically die before you die. You just stop living. And so this is what happened to me. When I was younger, I suffered from an unbearable anxiety. I was a prisoner in my own home. My health suffered big time because I wouldn't go to the grocery store. Because I was afraid of what people would think about me. So I became like super skinny and my diet was absolute garbage. I would just buy, the really quick food so I could rush back home and eat it right away because I was so hungry. I wouldn't take the time to cook a real meal, so obviously the stuff I was eating it wasn't good for you. It was full of preservatives, and preservatives contribute to anxiety more than you would believe. So it was just a vicious cycle, okay? And like the crazy part is that I was living in a beautiful lake house beside a beautiful beach, and I would just look at everyone through the window, and I would just look at them in like just enjoying themselves, but I wouldn't go out there because I was mortified by what they would think about me. Too skinny, not tanned, or I'm a failure. Yes, I would actually think that these total strangers would think I'm a failure for like no reason. And I believed these stories. This is what I told myself, and I believed it. So it came to a point where I started taking these meds, these little orange pills that the doctor prescribed me. Did they work? Well, I guess it depends. Sure, I didn't have anxiety anymore, but I didn't have any other emotions either. I was numb. From head to toe, I was numb. It's bad when a 21-year-old can't even, that's bad. That's how numb I was, emotionally and physically, just numb. It was terrible, my friend. And I wouldn't wish that feeling upon my worst enemy. So what happened afterwards? If it was so bad, how did I beat it? Okay? And it's actually kind of a funny story. So I was there in my beautiful lake house. It was a beautiful day outside. It was about 3 p.m. And I'm laying there on my couch, feeling sorry for myself. And I was watching a documentary on Netflix called The Cosmos. Okay? Super nerdy space show. I know, but that's what I was watching. And in this show, it was talking about how in the star constellation Orion's Belt, that's actually a smaller part of the entire constellation of Orion, that in that constellation of Orion, his left foot, or it could be the right foot, I don't remember, but I think it's the left foot, it's actually the only orange star in the sky, but it's a sun that's about to go supernova. And in this show, it said that the star is going to go supernova in our lifetime, and when that happens, it's going to be like 2 weeks of brightness, which would be kind of cool. And that star is going to emit like insane amounts of radiation out of its north and south poles, like, right? And that burst of radiation is only going to miss Earth by like 20 degrees. Not very much, okay? Now, this is what happened. I'm laying there on my couch, full of meds, beautiful day, feeling sorry for myself that I should be outside doing something, and my life is so hard, poor me, blah, 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 blah. And then I hear this. And I just said to myself, so you're telling me that something that happens 80 billion miles away can just totally evaporate, like poof, life on Earth, and I'm sitting here worried about what people are going to think of me in the grocery store. My problems don't mean shit. That is what I thought. That is literally the moment I loosened the grip that anxiety had on me. I made the decision that my problems literally don't mean anything in the big scheme of things, so why worry? I cut my meds off cold turkey. I didn't want them anymore. I didn't want to be numb. I wanted to live a joyous, happy, emotion-filled life. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to live again, okay? So that's when everything changed for me in that moment with one decision. That decision to stop being a victim. And honestly, that's all it is. If you suffer from anxiety, all you have to do is make the decision. Make the decision. Sure, there is the 1% of people out there that just won't be able to control it. But for 99% of us, our anxiety is self-inflicting. We are full of anxiety because we eat processed foods, because we drink alcohol, we're dehydrated, we don't exercise. We're in really unhealthy relationships with our friends, our family members, or our partners, right? And this brings me to my final point here. How can we beat anxiety? You and I right here, right now talking, how can we beat it together, you and I? Well, I promise you that if you start exercising, cut alcohol out of your life, drink more water, eat more whole foods and stop putting so many chemicals into your body, the grip of anxiety will start to loosen. And it'll loosen enough for you to finally make the decision you need. The reason why you have so many chemical imbalances and you need these meds is because of the stuff that you're putting in your body. You need to make the decision, okay? That right here, right now, today, you will be in control of your life. Not that little voice. You have to make the decision that you love you and you deserve to live the life that you want to live, not the life that this little voice wants you to live, okay? You don't need to live that life your voice wants you to live, my friend. It's a decision you have to make. And to make that decision easier, we need to surround ourselves with good relationships, good people, and fill our bodies with good, nutritious food. Nutrition. Here's a little simple formula. Good people, good food, and exercise leads to high vibrations, which leads to you feeling good. And then on the other side, processed food, unhealthy relationships, and no exercise equals low vibrations, which means you feel like shit. Okay? It's literally that simple. My friend, if there's anything I want you to take away from today's episode, it's that you are stronger if you make the decision to be stronger. Your mind does not have a mind of its own. It is your mind. So you do have the power to overcome whatever you are going through. You do have that ability. So what's your next step? Well, honestly, if you're serious about this, what I would do is throw any alcohol or processed foods in your house in the garbage. Throw it out. If they don't deserve to be in your body, they don't deserve to be in your home. So just remove the temptation, okay? Next step would be to commit to your body. Commit to a minimum of 20 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. Get your heart pumping, get your blood moving, right? This is what you got to do to feel better. And then from there, what I'd recommend is to start talking out loud more. This helps me a ton because it's almost like I'm talking to me instead of that little voice talking to me, okay? You will look and feel like a total weirdo, but it feels really good and it's effective, okay? Start talking to yourself and talk to yourself like you would talk to someone you love, okay? And so actually, can I ask you a little question here? Would you talk to someone you love the way that you talk to yourself right now? Would you? Probably not. You're probably not very kind to yourself. So I don't think you would talk to someone you love that way. Okay? Start talking to yourself out loud, like you're someone you love. And you will find that your relationship with yourself will strengthen and the grip that anxiety has on you will loosen. Okay? My friend, please leave a comment down below. Do you promise to start talking to yourself like someone you love? Yes or no? I'm going to assume yes. And but please tell me. And I also want to know, why have you been so hard on yourself? How has anxiety affected you? Let me know in the comments down below. Your feedback actually does mean a lot to me. I create these episodes for you, so I'd love to know if they help. So thanks a ton, my friend. And just quickly before I go, as always, I want to offer you my completely 100% free 45-minute step-by-step workshop that is designed to help you make an additional $1,000 a month in your network marketing business. And in this workshop, you and I go over, like personally, you and me, the 4 components you need to build a successful network marketing business, okay? All you need to do is go to www.nickstewartcoaching.com and boom, you're at the free workshop. It's right there. So take care for now, my friend. I love you. Take it easy on yourself. Make the decision to live your best, healthiest, happiest life. And I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.